Puppies are great fun. Oh, they run and play and they live in the moment, completely uninhibited, including when they get the urge to eliminate. Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Nickel. House training can feel like such a challenge that some people just give up and mop up. Folks can get so completely flummoxed and frustrated that they lose their patience and resort to yelling or punishment. There are research-based methods to get this chore accomplished that will do more than keep the stool and the urine outside where it belongs. While your shiny new puppy learns where to find the dog bathroom, you can also be teaching him that all good things come from you. He can earn anything he wants from his reliable leader just by following the canine-specific structure that you consistently support. Can the arduous chore of house training really be that rewarding? Everything between you and your best friend will be excellent if he gets it. It won't be hard for either of you if you don't try to foist a human behavioral structure on your dog, who's actually a member of a different species. Oh, sure, they're a lot like us in some great ways, but there are important differences. One of those is the bathroom thing. May I briefly discuss dominance? Thank you. You don't have to look far to find well-intentioned dog people happy to share the idea that dominance must be established early. Miss the opportunity, and your dog will push you around and run your life. Really? Not really. This badly flawed concept has been considered sacred dogma, no pun intended, back to the early days of the Cold War. Behavioral research has come a very long way. With only the rarest of exceptions, dogs regard all humans as leaders. Behaving like Napoleon is unnecessary, and it would risk damaging a really promising friendship with your new dog. Your new pupster will delight in following your lead if you avoid scaring the little rascal. The method that follows is a canine-specific structure for helping a young dog learn the house rules. Canine leadership will be much easier than trying to teach human followership. You are smarter than your puppy. If you become an educated canine leader, that little youngster will recognize the concept right away. Get ready to be the benevolent and loving head honcho who controls the resources that you'll be delighted to help your dog learn to earn. This won't be hard, but it won't be human either. It will be dog-specific. To make this workable for you and the kid, I've broken it down into 3 steps. Get ready for straightforward success. Step 1, 1-day house training. Really? 1 day? Well, new puppies can accomplish the first step that fast. Yours can be trained to eliminate in only 1 outdoor location. She'll get consistent fun rewards for good work, and you will give her the security of a reliable structure. Dogs are not really little people in furry suits, and that's why their rules are different. Essential to their innate social programming is the process of leaving the living, eating, sleeping area, your house, to eliminate near the territorial boundary, your yard, and then to enjoy the specific reinforcer of a jaunt in the wilds, that special leash walk. This is where they check the canine bulletin boards and post a few messages of their own. This social construct is innate to the canine brain, and it's a gift to the dedicated puppy parent. Pick 1 day, real soon, that you can commit to intensive house training. Your first, maybe your second, responsibility after bounding out of bed will be to lead your little charge outside for her first opportunity to pass urine or stool. If she eliminates in the general vicinity of the target, she can have a treat, an expression of your undying love, and best of all, an immediate walk with you off property. After coming back inside with your canine honor student, you'll want an award ceremony and a photo op. But that's not canine specific, so forget it. Immediately after walking through the door, put your shiny new puppy in a confined area like a small bathroom with no rugs, towels, or shower curtain. She can have food, or much better, a food dispensing toy or puzzle. An adaptable pheromone diffuser plugged into a wall outlet will help calm your puppy, making it easy for her to learn. Don't interact with the kid except hourly when you put a leash on her and exclaim in a happy voice, "Outside!" Head out to the dumping ground with special treats in your pocket. If she does her business within a few minutes, she earns another "atta-girl" or "atta-boy." She gets a tidbit and, of course, another brief walk in the neutral turf beyond your property line. If after about 3 minutes she has not produced, say nothing. Just lead her back to the guest bathroom for another hour of extracting food from her food toy. Some trips to the latrine will be successful, others will be dry runs. Repeat hourly until bedtime. Brand new puppies right out of the box usually catch on in just one day. Those with established bad habits, on the other hand, need a few consecutive days of the same routine. Adult dogs with house training deficits may have other coexisting behavior challenges. These can be complex cases that need help from a credentialed specialist. But with a new puppy, you can have faith, supply plenty of food rewards, and immediately follow every good outdoor deed with that high-value reinforcer of a jaunt off property. In the meantime, be sure to eliminate any lingering, bad habit-triggering odors of old indoor urine or stool with an enzymatic cleaner like Anti-Icky Poo. That's its real name, and it's a great product. Another good one is called Zero Odor. Both are available from Amazon. Step 2 is called close tethering. Well, there's nothing like success. Your puppy will revel in his accomplishments, but with just one day of great structure, this easily distracted young'un could lose focus and revert to, barbaric indoor eliminating. You'll need to be sure as possible that the lesson sticks. Close tethering will help you and your young or adult dog bond nicely while it prevents somebody from sneaking off to engage in a nefarious activity. You don't want the canine handyman. This is the dog who does odd jobs around the house and then makes a bolt for the door. When you and your pupster believe that the basic house training concept is in place, one day of the one-day method may be enough. Connect a 6 to 10 foot leash or a rope to his collar and then hitch the other end to your belt using a lightweight carabiner. We call this close tethering because the great leader, you, will always be close by. This is very different, by the way, than tying a dog to a tree outside. Besides dumped over water bowls and direct sun exposure, chained dogs get frustrated and become reactive aggressive. During this second phase of house training, you want to take the kid out every few hours to see if it's time for a whiz or a generous bowel movement. If he produces, reward him with praise and a walk, it doesn't need to be a long one, to investigate the wide, wide world off your property. Tether him to your belt when the two of you arrive back inside. Once his basic needs have been satisfied, it's simply a matter of your new dog lying quietly next to you while you go about your own business. Oh, that's easy, getting a puppy to lie still for 2 or 3 hours at a time. Well, if you treat him like the dog he legitimately is, it won't be hard at all. With the little guy close tethered, you can set him up for success with a comfortable pad and a food dispensing toy or a puzzle. You can motivate him to work food loose from these challenging devices by not feeding him from a bowl. Just like his free-living feral counterparts, your puppy's brain is already programmed to forage. He was born to be wild. If he's hungry and there's dog food in a gizmo that must be manipulated, he'll apply his brain, his lips, teeth, tongue, and paws to the task of extracting his sustenance. Dogs are naturals at this because they're survivors. Remember what I said about treating your dog like a dog? This is another great way of getting out of his way so he can be all that he can be, a real live dog. And don't forget to catch him doing something right, often. Quietly reinforce good behavior every chance you get. Eliminating outside should always get rewarded. So should diligently prying or shaking loose his food when he's tethered next to you inside. He'll catch on quickly that doing the right thing is always followed by a canine-specific paycheck. Do you have a life outside of dog raising? Oh, please, go to work. You'll need to earn money so you can buy dog food and food dispensing toys and puzzles. During the close tether training, it won't matter who is at the other end of the leash. Any responsible member of your household can fill the temporary position of puppy wrangler. If there isn't someone available to function as your surrogate, such as during the night, it'll be important not to allow the kid to rehearse the unhealthy behavior of house soiling. Prevent this atrocity when you are away by leaving your canine student in the yard or crated inside with a food dispensing toy or a puzzle. So, how long should step 2, close tethering, continue? If you feel that your puppy is catching on well, you can limit this phase to a few days. But if you are at all concerned that he's not entirely clear on the concept, you should stay the course for about a week. Don't assume too much too soon. Better to take a bit longer than necessary than to bestow a genius IQ and have to start all over because your confidence was misplaced. Sowing confusion in a puppy's brain isn't fair to anybody. Step 3 is the stealth phase. After your new puppy has learned the rules of decorum, she may actually be ready to fly solo. Oh, don't be nervous. Your dog isn't. Plan for this challenge by wearing ballet slippers or your sneakiest sneakers or by simply going barefoot. You'll be the ninja on patrol. Call this phase entrapment if you must, but you are now in the business of busting a crime in progress. Not to worry, you will be the benevolent enforcer. Second chances will be unlimited. Let go of the leash that has tethered your fuzzy prodigy to your belt at a time when you'll be uninterrupted. If she's just polished off the contents of a food toy, you want to set her up to succeed or fail according to basic physiology. About 15 minutes following a meal, the body knows it's about time to drain the internal swamp. Keep an eye on the kid as she wanders away, dragging the leash. Follow silently at a distance. Your intention will be to collar the juvenile delinquent as the idea of eliminating begins to form in her brain. You're not going to wait for the mess to appear on the floor. As soon as your fine young dog looks like she's about to squat, you can silently lunge forward and step on the leash. As you pick it up, say, "Puppy, no," but not with condemnation. You'll only be correcting a mistake, not administering the verbal equivalent of capital punishment. Lead the repentant puppy outside to where you want her to go and then tell her she's good, even if she doesn't produce. Then take her for a jaunt in the wide, wide world off property. Well, okay, an event like this gets less than A+. One corrected mistake means that you should close tether your student again until the time seems right to give her another chance at success. If your ninja routine produces another bust, I would repeat the one-day method one more day and follow with several more days of close tethering. Then don your ballet slippers for another shot at redemption. Consistency and repetition make all the difference. Long-term, all dogs need to have success made as easy as possible. To communicate her needs, the Nickel family dog gives us her border collie stare and then heads for the door. Some people have taught their dogs to ring a bell that hangs from a doorknob. A dog door can be perfect. Do whatever it takes to achieve simplicity. Success is much more fun for everybody than frustration. Finally, some puppies clearly work hard to learn, but still leave messes. Before throwing up your hands, be sure that physical disorders have no part in the problem. Defects in the urinary tract, bladder stones, leaky sphincters, infections, intestinal parasites, diabetes, and impacted anal glands can be significant obstacles. A diagnosis and treatment are in order for some puppies and dogs, but never punishment. I hope you find this information useful. You're welcome to share this podcast with any of your dog-loving friends. If they're considering a new puppy, or if they're already struggling with house soiling, well, they'll be glad for the advice. Each week, I share a short video, a podcast, or a blog to help bring out the best in pets. You can sign up at no charge on my website, drjeffnicol.com. That's drjeffnicol.com. And when you do, I'll send you my free at-home pet first aid and CPR guide. Also on my website, you can access all this information on house training, plus details on food dispensing toys and puzzles. You'll find it in my weekly article archive. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. Jeff Nicol.